TBR is getting a little bit out of hand. These are just some of the physical books that I've got. I've got like a full bookcase and Kindle Unlimited. So I decided, because I know loads of people do these really, really cute, like where they have like a TBR jar and like they pull random things out. But I just thought I'd be basic and get my iPad and do like a spin of the wheel. So I've got a couple of the books next to me of what the options are, and then a couple of ones on Kindle Unlimited, sorry. So I will go through and we'll decide what we're going to read, and then we'll go on holiday together and see how many we actually get through. Going through the options first before obviously we then start picking them. I have got Fangirl Down, which I bought the other day from Waterstones in Liverpool. I have got Happy Place. I have got Consider Me, A Course of Thorns and Roses, and I have bought book 2 and 3 of that, so I hope that I do like the series. I can imagine I will, but I thought let me get like the next couple of books so that I'm prepped when I start like getting deep and down into it. I've also got Beach Read, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Off to the Races, which is on Kindle Unlimited. We've got On the Same Page, it's on Kindle Unlimited. Wife and Alyssa King, all of the last 4 are on Kindle Unlimited. So I have also got my Kindle there. I am still currently reading Wild Love? Is that what it's called? Is that Elsie's new book? I'm currently on that one now. That's the 6th book I've read this month. Well, I'm on my 6th book for this month. I'm hoping, I'm going away for 7 days. I'm hoping I can read at least 4 to 5 books in that time. So we're just going to pick, I'm going to try and pick 5 and hope for the best and go from there. Are we ready to click? Let's see what our first one's going to be. Happy Place. So we've got our first pick. This is an Emily Henry book. It'll be the first Emily Henry book I've ever read. So I actually got this from Comic-Con. It was like for charity. I think I paid like £7, I think, to get it. It's a hardback edition. I haven't read a physical book since I've had the Kindle. So we'll see how we get on. But I'm really excited for this. I feel like it looks really summery, which is definitely the vibe that we want to go to. I feel like this is like really loved across the community. So I'm definitely happy with that. Does it have a bio or anything? Go to your happy place, I think, desperately, only to realise I'm literally in my happy place and he is here. The very last person I expected to see, the very last person I want to see, Win Connor, my fiance. Oh, I think, isn't this the one where they've got a like fake date, where like they've decided, I think something along the lines, if I've heard correctly, that the like decided to separate, hadn't told the friends, and then they end up going on vacation and after like fake date that they're still together type of thing. Like obviously they are meant to be together, but they're like basically like faking, I'm assuming they're gonna fall back in love again. So excited to take that one. So we can remove that now and let us pick another one. I'm hoping they're not all physical books because I don't know, I'm gonna pack them all, but we'll see how we get on. Okay, so we're definitely going for one off Kindle Unlimited. So Alyssa King is going to be our second one that we're going to read. Okay, I've already downloaded that on my Kindle. Let me see if I can show you, because I was going to read it, but it was a little bit longer. I don't know who the author is, so I'll tell you now. I feel like it's Maggie Cole. Is it Maggie Cole? Yeah, Maggie Cole. So I don't know if you can see it, but that is the one that we'll be reading after that. So that's really exciting. I've had that downloaded pretty much since I had the Kindle and I've never read it. So that'll be a good one to read. So we'll take that one out. Let's see our third option. Okay, so A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. Okay. Is this Holly Jackson? Literally sitting on the top. This actually sounds really, really good. It says the case is closed. 5 years ago, schoolgirl Auntie Bell was murdered by Sal Singh, I think is how you pronounce it. The police know he did it. Everyone in town knows he did it. But having grown up in the same small town that was consumed by the murder, Pippa we're going to go for Pippa, isn't so sure. When she chooses the case as the topic for her final year project, she starts to uncover secrets that someone in town desperately wants to stay hidden. And if the real killer is still out there, how far will they go to keep Pip from the truth? This sounds so good, and I've heard amazing reviews of this. I bought this, like, I think nearly 6 months ago from WH Smith, I think, when they had like a little offer that you could get the paperback books. And I've just never picked it up and never read it, obviously. So excited for that. So far we're doing 2 physical and then 1 on the Kindle. So can we see if we get another one on the Kindle? I'm really excited to read. Is it On the Same Page? I really want to read that one. Okay, Consider Me. This one looks quite chunky actually. I actually weren't going to put this in the pile. I think it's the biggest out of them all. How many pages is it? 526. Okay, so it's a bit of a chunky one. This is by Becca Mack. This is for a shot at love. He'll do whatever it takes. Carter Becker is the NHL's best player, both on and off the ice. His career is at its peak. His team is performing better than ever, and there's no shortage. I'm stuttering so bad. No shortage of women to spend the night with. What more could he want? Oliver Parker isn't new to professional hockey players thanks to her best friend's boyfriend, but she has got no interest in dating one herself, no matter how hot he is. And anyway, she loves working as a teacher and hanging out with her best friend, drama free. Why would she want to spend her time stroking the ego of an arrogant athlete? But once Carter meets Olivia, he can't think of anyone else. Too bad for him. Olivia is hell-bent on keeping him at arm's length and with no intention of giving into his charm. Perhaps it's time for Carter It's time for Carter to up his game. After all, nobody ever said he had to play fair. Sparks will fly as Carter does whatever it takes for Olivia to consider him. Sounds good. We'll see how we get on. I know this is like a series, I'm sure it's like one of 3. So I might put this last, just so that I'd rather have them as one-offs, if I'm completely honest, but it is what it is. We're letting this decide, so we will remove that now, and we've got one more that I'll pick, and then we'll see how we get on. I really wanted to read The Court of Thorns and Roses as well, but clearly that is not going to be the case. Right, so we've got another Kindle Limited one, which is Wife. This is only a short book. I think it's only like just under 300 pages, by Penelope. I'll get you the name now. I'll just remove that. So they're the ones we've got left. Gutted about some of the ones that we haven't got to take with us. I have already got Wife downloaded, so I'll just show you that one. Oh God, sorry, it's because I keep clicking back onto me Wild Love. So Wife by Penelope Sky. It's right next to me Wild Love, which you can see there. And I've already got on the same page downloaded because I did want to read that, but hey ho. We'll come back to that another time. So my plan will be obviously to finish Wild Love and see how far we get on with that. And we will move on to the physical copies. I reckon, as I said, I might leave this one to last because it's quite chunky. So I feel like I've got more hope of getting through the other 4 as a minimum. I'm more likely to read a physical book while I'm away than I am at home, because I always gravitate to just reading off my Kindle when I get in bed. So we'll see, but I'm happy with the choices that we've got. We've got a good little selection. So yeah, let's skip to now when we go on holiday and see how good we get on. We've arrived at the caravan. It's our little holiday. I don't know why it was little, but it's our little holiday. It's just a girls' trip. So it's me, my mum, my nan, and my little sausage dog, Jessie. So my mum and my nan have decided to go to the bingo together, and I am having a little night in with the Kindle. I am still currently reading. I'm still currently reading Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I am only 31% done with this book and on chapter 15, so we're gonna have a little reading night. Sunday. I didn't do a lot of reading yesterday because we just had a few things going on. Like, we went to the market, I was so tired. I did read a little bit in the night. I'm currently 77% of Wild Love, so I'm still on the same book. I'm on page 311 out of 402, so I have an hour and a half left of the book. I'm hoping to try and get as much finished tonight as possible, but House of Dragon is on in a minute and I need to watch that. I'm on chapter 37. I am obsessed with this book. This is so good. Like, I don't feel like I could recommend the book more at this moment in time. I love the characters in every part of it. I think Elsie is such a fantastic writer. It's so witty, it's so funny. Like, the character development, like, it takes so long before the intimacy starts, and I love a spicy book, I love a smutty book, but I also love a romance that I'm fully behind, and like, to the point that when the naughtiness starts, I'm like, I am so ready. Like, I am so fucking ready for this to like become serious and like more things to happen, because I've had that character development to understand where that love's coming from, and like I feel like they're already in love before they're having sex. It's so good. Like, honestly, it's such a fantastic book. I don't feel like there's been a plot really apart from them coming together, and like there is a bit of a backstory with both of them. So there's a character development there, but I wouldn't say it's like the main forefront, or there's anything like really on the sidelines that's going on apart from their relationship. But I'm enjoying it nonetheless, and I'm so invested. Like, I honestly can't wait to finish this book and for the next one to come out in September. Like, I'm so excited for it. It's just amazing. I keep saying to my mum, I was like, oh my god, you need to read it. Like, it's so good. So massively enjoying it, absolutely loving it. Love Cora. I love it all. Please don't mind me in the Christmas pajamas in July. But these are like my shorts, like the little short. You don't need this much information about my pajamas. Let's just go to the books. So I finally finished Wild Love on yesterday. I finished it yesterday, 1st of July. And I did give it a 5-star. Now, it's not my top tier 5-star. I wish, and please let me know if I am just doing something wrong, but I don't know how to rate things like half a stars, because I probably would give it like 4.5 stars, or maybe like a 4.25. I really did like it, but I know that's kind of close to the 4, and like why shouldn't like potentially give it a 4 then a 5, but I did. I loved it. I loved the characters in it, and it was absolutely amazing. I just don't think it's like one of my favourite books that she wrote, but I don't know, because I really did enjoy it. I really did enjoy it, but I think there's still ones else like the Chestnut Spring series that I prefer. Like, if we were going to do like a ranking system, I don't think it'd be at the top, but I love the love story between them. Again, the character development was beautiful. The book was beautiful. Like, I just really enjoyed it. I don't feel like it was too dragged out. I just feel like it was like the right amount. It was just amazing. I then started reading yesterday a physical book. I have not picked up a physical book since I got my Kindle in November, I think it was. So this is the first one. So it is, I don't know which way I'm showing you this, but it's Happy Place by Emily Henry. I have got the book sleeve, but I've took it off while I'm reading it. I'm like pretty much towards the end. I started reading it, as I said, yesterday. I am currently on chapter 30, which is page 296. Please, let me little Harry Potter bookmark. So the page, I've got about, I was going to say the page, I think there's about 380 something pages in this book. So I've got less than 100 to go. This is my first Emily Henry book I've ever read. And I don't know whether it's because it's a physical book, I don't know whether it's because it's a hard copy that I'm struggling to read it. Like, I'm not enjoying the reading as much as I enjoy reading on the Kindle. And as I said, it's the first book I've picked up since having the Kindle, and I have got another like paperback book with me to read after this. I'm just not enjoying reading it as much as I enjoy, as I said, reading on the Kindle. When I'm going to bed, I have to leave the lamp on. It's so thick that I know it sounds silly, but like when I'm reading, I have to like hold it, like, I don't know, I know it sounds stupid, like obviously you've got to hold the book, but I just feel like it's pure breaking my thumb, like holding that up. I don't know if I'm just being daft. And I know like there's so many book girlies that still love reading physical books, but I just don't think I'm that girl. I have physical books and I will read them. I've currently just bought the like first 3 books into the Throne of Glass series. Not Throne of Glass series, sorry, it's not that one, on the Akatar series. So I will be reading them, because you can't get them in Kindle Limited, but 100% I think I'm a Kindle girly for the rest of my life. Which is still good. This book itself, I've heard amazing reviews on it, and I don't know whether I'm the problem. I enjoy the characters. I don't love them. I don't know whether it's because, obviously I'm away at the minute with my mum and my nan. It's like a little girls trip, and obviously Jessie's here too. I don't know whether it's because a lot of the time I read and we're in like the living space and they're talking, or we've got background noise on, and sometimes I find it difficult to like fully concentrate if people are talking to me. Sorry, please don't mind, Jessie said just like popping out. I don't know. I feel like, I mean, there isn't that many characters now. I'm far into it now, I'm understanding who people are, but it took me like 100 pages, and I was thinking I can't remember who's who, because there's like, is it 4? I think there's only 4 like side characters that are in the book pretty much the whole way through it, which is like the best friends group. And I don't know why I was being so daft, but it just took me so long to figure out who was who. And I know that is probably a me problem. As I said, maybe if I was just reading in like a complete quiet space, because sometimes it takes me a while to like concentrate on one thing, and if I'm zoning in and out, that might have been where like the problem started. I just don't love it. And again, I don't know whether it's because I'm used to more like steamier romances. I mean, it's got a little bit of spice in there. There's a little bit of smut. Not a lot. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like we're only kind of getting into the point now that we're in nearly, what is it, nearly 300 pages, that we're getting to them, like, the love kind of becoming intimate to an extent. But the story itself is obviously, I won't like try and give any spoilers away, but it's, in case no one's read it like me, it's a couple that are, I probably should have like read the blurb, but there's a couple which is Wyn and Harriet, couldn't even remember her name then, and they have gone on like a friend's holiday, and they are the fiancés, I don't know what the correct term is to use for that, but they're in a relationship, but they've broke up, but they haven't told their friends, even though it's been like a couple of months, and they're on like the last friend's family holiday. They're not family, but they're like a family, so they're like pretending to be together to keep the peace, and then you can't, it flips a lot back and forth, like each chapter, I don't know when, like it says like real life, if you can see that there, and then it'll be like another chapter that'll be like the history to kind of get the background of what happened in the relationship, how they started dating, like why they broke up, X, Y, and Z. So you kind of get that story as you go through. Sometimes I find that a little bit choppy for me, in my personal thing. I'm not saying that every book I've read doesn't like jump back and forth, but I personally prefer it if I'm just sticking to whatever tense it is that I'm reading in. Because sometimes I'll get like really into the scene, and like the romance might be coming back into it, or they're having like a deep conversation or whatever it is, and then it'll like end that little bit and then jump back again. And then it'll jump back to the scene that we were in, and I'm like, for the love of God. And I don't know whether, again, it might be, like, I swear I've got ADHD, I've never been diagnosed with it, and that's like, it's just one of them things. But I feel like my mind sometimes struggles, like, comprehending if there's a lot going on. And there's not that much going on. Like, I don't know, I feel like it's me, because I know so many people that are massive book girlies, or book talk tubers, or... And I heard them talk about this book and say it's phenomenal. And I literally watched a book vlog the other day where they were like going to reread it. It's like my summer reread, and saying how amazing it is. So I feel like I'm definitely the problem, because as I said, like, I do think it's a good book. I do like the banter between the characters, but I think... And it's a slow burn, which I enjoy. Like, I read a book last month that was all smut, and I didn't enjoy it. So I do enjoy the romance there. I just don't feel like maybe I'm personally connecting with the characters. I don't know what the problem is. I don't know whether, again, it's because I'm reading a physical book, and maybe like if I read it on the Kindle I'd enjoy it more. I know that sounds silly, but I think like I'm now so into reading on the Kindle that I'm, as I said, I'm struggling reading a physical book. I don't know. I mean, I feel the one thing I love about reading a physical book is how achieved you feel, like when you can see yourself progressively getting more through the book. And as I said, like the last book that I read was like 100 pages more than this, so it's chunkier. But I do feel good that I've like read as much as I have. But yeah, I don't know, I'm just not really enjoying it. But I always feel like when I don't enjoy them, I read them quicker, because I kind of just want them done. So it doesn't make sense. But I'm excited that the next book I'm going to read is Girl's Guide to Murder, Holly Jackson. Is that the book I'm reading next, I think? That's the other like paperback I've brought with me. I know this isn't a paperback, and I know I keep referring to it as a paperback when it's a hardback, but it's the other like physical book that I brought with me that I want to read before we go home. So today is currently Tuesday. I'm hoping I can finish this off tonight. As I said, I've got less than 100 pages to go. We've got this small little chunk, so I feel like I should be able to get that finished tonight. And then my plan will be tomorrow, move on to that, but it's Wednesday and I go home on Friday. So I'm hoping I can try and read that, even though it's like 400 pages. So we'll see. So we'll have only read 3 books while I've been away if I get to finish that one, which I'm a bit gutted about. But I don't know. I don't know whether because the pages are longer. I don't know. I feel like I'm just reading slower. Even though today I think I've read like 150 pages. I don't know. It is what it is. I'm just not loving it, and I'm really gutted about it. But hey, I will carry on reading anyway, and I will stop me waffling. But please let me know down below whether I'm the problem. And if anyone does know how to half rate on Goodreads, then please let me know. back home. I'm sorry that I didn't film the last bit of me reading. I finished this book on Thursday. Started on the Wednesday, finished it on the Thursday. Phenomenal. 5 stars. Literally one of the best books I've ever read. I absolutely loved this. Unbelievable. It literally had me like constantly questioning what was going on. This is like a murder mystery by Holly Jackson. It's a good girl's guide to murder, and it's basically about a case to do with a girl that got murdered 5 years ago, called Andy Bell. Can't find a body though, and everyone said that it was a person called Sal. So basically the main character, Pippa, is doing, I think it's an EPQ, like something to do with school, where she's doing like a report on it. And she basically deep dives into the case to find out whether Sal actually did murder Andy, or like what happened in that situation. It was phenomenal. Like, it was so good. There was so many twists and turns. I didn't guess what the ending was going to be. Like, I didn't think that was what was going to happen. It had me like tearing up at one of the points when a certain thing happens, because basically, I don't want to spoil it, but then Pippa, the main character, starts getting like threats. So it's so good. Like, it's so good. I loved it. As I said, it's my first ever mystery that I've ever read. I normally stick to romance, and I absolutely loved it. So I 100% want to go and get more of Holly Jackson's books. I know I said in my last clip that I really didn't enjoy reading like a paperback book anymore, or like a hardback book. I definitely think it's more of a hardback issue, because I just really struggled to hold that book, because this is bigger. The Emily Henry book, I think, was it 350 something pages long, whereas this was like 428, so it had like an extra 100 pages or so, or just under in it. And then it has like an extra little snippet from like the next book, like I think it's called 5, the extra book, and it's got acknowledgements in there. Is that what it's called? Sorry, I'm just gonna, every time I get to the page I skip over it. 5 survive. It has like a little like extract from that, like a little sneak peek. Honestly, I just couldn't recommend this more. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I would give it to someone to read again. I did crack the spine twice, which is, I don't know if you can see that really. I don't know if you can even see that on the camera. I don't think. I hate cracking spines, but I know some people absolutely love that, but it's not about me. But I have cracked it right the way down twice, but hey ho. Honestly though, absolutely unbelievable. I think I read this in like just over 24 hours, if you like, obviously with sleeping, eating and going out. Like, I didn't stay in the whole time to read it, and I just couldn't put it down. Like, I think I read like nearly 300 pages on the Wednesday when I started reading it. So from Wednesday night, oh, I'm so devastated. With Kindle, if you have a Kindle, it'll like monitor how long your streak is for how long you've read for. I know that sounds so silly, and I know, like, I'm 27, I shouldn't really be bothered about streaks and stuff, but I am. So I always have been. It really bothers me. I don't know whether it's because I'm a Capricorn, like, I'm not sure what it is that bothers me so much. I had this streak that ever since I got the Kindle, I've read on it every single day, obviously because I normally read on the Kindle, and I do read every single, like, normally in the night when I get in bed, but because I read the Emily Henry book, I completely forgot. And it basically cut me streak, so I'm absolutely devastated. So yeah, it's quite upsetting, but hey ho, we live and we learn. So I did start reading on the Wednesday night, before I finished this on the Thursday, The Wife by, who is it by? I will tell you now. Maybe I won't, because I'm not on it. Let me click off here. Penelope Sky. I did think it was Penelope Sky, but I just wanted to be certain. So this is like a dark mafia romance, and it's kind of my first kind of dark mafia-ish, because I wouldn't really class like Twisted Love. I know like some of them characters have got like sort of like naughty dealings, and it has got a bit in there, because I think they do kill people from what I remember, if I can remember correctly. But I feel like it didn't go into it too much, but I really enjoyed that. So this is the first one of Betrothed series. I'm not sure how many's in the series. I think there's quite a few. I'm sure there's like 10. Because I know my mum basically was reading this, and I'm sure she said like the first 5 books is about this couple. So we'll see. I mean, it's not too long. It's only 365 pages, and I'm currently on page 193. So I'm 53% of the way through. It's chapter 10. They're quite long-ish chapters. Like, they're about 15. Well, this chapter's 14 minutes, so like 15, 14 minutes a chapter. It is quite spicy. I am enjoying it. Obviously, I'm back now, so I'm not going to like count that I've read that book. So I do in a class that I read 4 books last week, which I'm really proud with, considering I was away. Which in a way I'm kind of cheating, because I think I was 30% through not Twisted Love, am I okay? Is it Wild Love? Is that what I've just read by Artie Silver? Is that what the first one? Isn't it Wild Love and then something Wild Eyes is the second one? I don't know, I could be completely lying, but I finished that book, but I was 80%, so I can't count that because I was just under 50% yesterday, so I didn't read a lot yesterday. I only read 2 chapters when I come home, so yeah, I'm still gonna give it like half of it. Like I read like technically 4.5-ish if you don't count the 30% of the Wild Love that I read before I went. I think it is called Wild Love. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Hopefully I'll correct myself, so it saves you looking at me like a dafty. But I'm really proud of me reading progress. Like that's the most I've read. Like normally, it's the most I've read in a month so far. Like, oh no, last month, sorry, I think I read 5 books last month. But considering I've read 4 books and it's only been like a week, I would say that's quite good for me. I'm gonna get this hopefully finished potentially even this weekend if I want to really commit to it, so hopefully see how that goes. But yeah, that is the books that I read this week. Please let me know if you've read any Holly Jackson's books and which one I should read next, because as I said, like that book just had me in a chokehold. I couldn't recommend it more. It had like a little cheeky romance in it, like cheeky, but like it weren't a subplot. I wouldn't even class it as a subplot. It was just kind of like a friendship thing that potentially could lead to that, so I wouldn't class that, but it was just so good. It has got some maybe like heavy hitters kind of happening in there, so I would look at trigger warnings, but I'd always look at that in any book that you read. I say this and I do not read any trigger warnings, and I just hope for the best whenever I read a book. So yeah, but honestly, that mystery, that Holly Jackson book there, that was just the best book I've read in a very, very long time. Like it, honestly, like I haven't been able to put it down, and I really enjoyed reading it even though it was a paperback. As I said, I think it was a hardback I didn't enjoy, so it was nice to know that, because I've got so many paperbacks that I bought that I need to read, and I thought, oh, if I don't enjoy reading it, it's going to be a pain in the backside. But I am enjoying being back on the Kindle. So yeah, that is the wrap up for this week and how many books I read while I was on holidays. It's definitely 4.5, but we'll go for 4. We'll count me down to 4. And they were all decent sized ish. Like I know it's not like a Court of Thorns and Roses, like that chunky book series, because I think the second book's like insane. And I know fantasy books can normally like range from like 600 to 800 pages. It weren't anything that chunky, but each book averaged like 400 pages ish every book, so I don't think that's bad at all. I think it's the best that I've done, so pat on the back for me, hun. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please make sure you hit the subscribe button. That's what I was trying to say. And yeah, I hope you stay around and watch the next video. We're getting a couple of more book things in there because I'm really enjoying the book content at the minute, and I'm really enjoying sharing my thoughts and feelings with yourselves, so you know which books to read and not read, because I enjoy watching that from other people's videos. So yeah, anyway, I'm waffling. Have a lovely day, evening, morning, afternoon, evening twice, wherever you are in the world. I think I said evening 3 times altogether, but whatever. See you in the next video. For now, bye bye.